Getting ready for a game means being ready for anything, like packing a spare stick. I like to be prepared. That's why I remember 988, Canada's Suicide Crisis Helpline. It's good to know, just in case. Anyone can call or text for free confidential support from a trained responder, anytime. 988 Suicide Crisis Helpline is funded by the Government of Canada.
Welcome to Ghoul Talk, open late. Just a heads up, we'll be talking about death, obituaries, and real people. We mean no disrespect to the deceased, their families, or their communities. Whenever necessary, names or details may be changed or omitted. Our goal is to share stories, find the humor in the strange and the spooky, and keep things lighthearted, never cruel. All right, ghouls, tonight is a little different. First of all, this is episode 10 of Ghoul Talk, open late, which feels kind of unreal.
Woo-woo!
10 episodes of us sitting in the dark, telling stories, spiraling politely, and somehow making this everyone else's problem.
A full 10 spooky little sleepovers. Honestly, thank you for being here. That's a big deal.
10 episodes, double digits. We're basically professionals. So we wanted to do something a little special for episode 10. Something fun, something different, because yes, we're still living for the eerie, the unsettling, the things that make you glance over your shoulder at night. But today, we're taking a sharp turn into something that isn't technically paranormal. It's just historically haunted.
Emotionally haunted, spiritually heavy, maritime tragedy as a personality haunted. Tonight, we're talking about the Titanic. And before anyone says it, yes, we know. We're Titanic people, deeply, unwelly. If someone brings it up at a party, we will simply never stop speaking.
We've mentioned it in past episodes. We've done a few little Titanic drive-bys, but this time we wanted to do something kind of chaotic because April and I both have this book, 882 and a half amazing answers to your questions about the Titanic. And it's basically just page after page of facts that make you go, why do I know this? And also, why does this feel ominous?
So we thought, what if we assign each other a handful of facts? We read them out loud like a doomed little trivia night and spiral gently in real time. And don't worry, we're not turning this into Titanic University. This is Titanic sleepover energy.
Exactly. Snacks included, because you cannot discuss maritime disaster without an emotional support carbohydrate. So settle in, ghouls, grab your snack, grab your very decorative life vest, and join us aboard the most infamous boat ride in human history.
Welcome back to Ghoul Talk Open Late, where we tell stories you'll be thinking about in the dark. And as always, we joke about death, not the dead. But some moments in history echo in a way that feels impossible to ignore. Well, I think for this episode first, we're gonna need some snacks.
Yeah.
So be right back, I'll go grab them. And we're back. And because nothing says 1912 maritime tragedy like emotional
Sugar cookie
support, sugar cookies. They smell good. I have to say I made these myself. I even made the icing myself.
I'm gonna eat the cactus-shaped one.
I'm scared of making a mess.
Also, me too.
They're heart shapes and there's cactus because I had a cactus cookie cutter. For Christmas, I made Christmas cookies that were a Christmas cactus.
That's good.
That's good. The trick, okay, I'll let you guys in on my little trick. The trick was that I added not only vanilla extract to the icing and the cookies, but I added almond extract. And it gives you almost that like cherry taste. Wow.
That's yummy.
Those are good.
So while we're snacking, I guess we should bring you back to book club for a minute. Because we're still on that train.
Episode 2 of book club.
Episode 2.
Right now.
Scream number 2.
Scream 2.
So we literally just watched the movie together. Took us a really long time. We paused and went on rabbit holes like crazy.
Ate pizza, tangents, talked about a lot of facts. Okay, starting off book club strong, we have Jada Pinkett. She was not Jada Pinkett Smith yet, as we found out at the end credits.
And we went full on scorched earth almost immediately.
Yeah.
It was the slap heard around the world. Probably, how many years ago was that?
When was that?
Yeah, this time of year. Oscars.
That was a handful of years ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the slap heard around the world, no kidding.
We just got mad immediately. But
yeah. Jada Pinkett, she triggered us.
Yeah.
That's what happened. She triggered us. She wouldn't have back then, but she definitely did now.
But we're not going to say too much because we don't want Willie to just show up at your front door and slap us.
Yeah, keep my wife's name out your mouth. Anyways, Jada is going with her boyfriend to see the movie Stab, which is basically
Scream, but in new movie. I don't even know. Meta.
which they also made Jiffy Pop in, which also triggered me because you can't just leave it on the stove.
No.
You can't.
Yeah.
Anyways, they did. Oh, there's Pepsi everywhere. Pepsi product placement everywhere.
No, she had the Jiffy Pop on the stove and was starting to take a shower at the same time.
Oh my God. One quick way to burn your entire house down.
Yeah.
Put Jiffy Pop on the stove and then hop in the shower.
Yeah.
It doesn't take that long and you have to move it constantly. So that's how movies lie to you.
Yeah. They just needed that sexual aspect.
Yeah, had to throw it in there somehow. Shower scene. What else do I have in my notes? Caller ID. There was a separate box attached to the corded landline phone that had caller ID on it. And you would look at it like you would look at a pager, but it was bigger than a pager.
Yeah.
And it said who was calling you on it.
Corey Gillis, 555-0176.
And that's another thing in all movies, you'll always have 555 because no real number starts with 555.
Yeah.
And if it's not a 555 number, you should call it because it might be someone's number. Joshua Jackson, Sharon Michelle Gellar, and what was it? Timothy Oliphant? How do we say his last name?
Timothy Oliphant.
Yes, I can't ever say that
Love
name.
him.
Crazy.
It's just peak 90s.
Yeah. Everyone was really popping off at the time. PG-13, that's the rating.
Yeah, and they swore a lot.
And they say a lot of F-bombs and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if it should have been rated PG-13.
I don't know.
I feel like, wasn't there like 14A and then 18A and then then you go R after that?
And then NC-17 and...
That's above my pay grade. 1997. So this one 1 year exactly, right?
One
after
year.
the original.
Yeah.
Dawson's Creek aired after this. And Buffy was the same year. So they were all really this was their time to shine.
Yeah. Oh, Rebecca Gayheart showed up. So that's the urban legend movie kind of. Joshua Jackson and Rebecca Gayheart were both in that.
Yep.
Just wild.
Obviously, we have Monica Geller, obviously. Friends was 1994, so Friends had already been a thing.
Yeah, for 4 years. And
she was seasoned at this point. Yeah.
I like her hair in this one. I don't know. It's just
the
chunky red.
The chunky
Love
red
it.
highlights, and the dark lipstick and the pale skin.
What'd you call it? Harsh?
They're called money pieces, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, but like the makeup and everything.
Oh yeah, her makeup is it's harsh, yeah, because her skin is so fair, and then the dark, she almost looked like gothic, which maybe that's what they were going for, just for like the vibes, but it was very 90s. She had those skinny eyebrows that were super plucked that we all did. Did you do that? I did it, for sure. Took me a really long time to actually, I had to microblade my brows. They never really came back. I forgot. They're not real. What was the chick from Roseanne? She's in it.
Oh yeah, can't remember her name. But
Is she
it was
Aunt
Roseanne's...
Becky or something? Or no, what is she in Roseanne?
Aunt Becky. No.
That's Full House, isn't it?
It's Roseanne's sister.
What is Roseanne's sister's name? Better Google it.
That's making me I don't even know.
Oh man, it's out. Jackie. Her name's Jackie. Laurie Metcalf.
Yeah.
And special shout out to how wide her eyes were open in this movie. We tried to open our eyes as wide as they would go, and we can't even come close to what she did.
They were the whites of her eyes were so flippin' white.
They were huge. Her like, what is it? The iris? Is that the iris of your eye?
pupil
The pupil's
is
the inside of the iris, isn't it?
Yeah, and then the outside is just that goopy
The
stuff.
white was so
White
big.
and big.
It was insane. She looked like she had googly eyes, and I don't know how she did that.
But she definitely did. Spoiler alert: the crazy eyes.
Oh yeah, So Sydney and Monica had the same hair, and I'm gonna call her Monica because she's Monica.
Yeah.
They had the exact same hair.
Everyone had the same hair. Even Hallie.
Yeah.
Nev Campbell's little friend.
Yep.
Same kind
It
of.
was of
bob
the
cut.
time.
Yeah.
The handset cordless phone that stops working once you step out of the house because it doesn't reach the range from it to the cradle, or what do you call that? The
receiver?
thing you put it on to charge it. Yeah. So if you step too far away, and like 90s kids, early 2000s kids would know this, that if you're you're chit chatting on your cordless phone, you go to walk outside. I used to do that. I would like walk to the end of my parents' driveway, and it starts to cut out. You can't.
Yeah.
So to make this call to 911, she's got to go back inside the house where the killer is to call. It's just funny. It was very Black Christmas because we're at like a sorority house, and there's obviously somebody inside the house. 33 minutes in, we realized there's two killers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
because she's on the phone with the killer.
Literally speaking. He is speaking while we see a ghost face go behind her.
Just sneak behind her, not on the phone, nothing. So that, and Nosferatu was playing. That's what she was watching, right?
That's a creepy thing to be watching by yourself.
Yeah, why would you? There's so many other things to watch out there. Who's got the Rachel? Oh, Cece's got the Rachel, right? Is it Cece who's got the Rachel?
Which is Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah. She's more got the Rachel. See-through phone. This one was a corded phone, but it was see-through.
Yeah.
Probably like VTech brand, or I don't know. That's what I had.
Yeah, it was weird because I had just mentioned your phone like
you did
minutes earlier.
You're like, didn't you have one of those? And I totally did.
Yeah.
It was blue, plastic, see-through, so you could see all the guts inside it.
Like, remember in the 90s when we had the stupid plastic furniture?
Yeah, the inflatable furniture.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a great
Plastic
purple
everything.
chair.
Like the Macintosh computers were see-through.
Those
and
were so
colorful
cool.
And everything.
Tori Spelling as herself.
Yeah.
Which was great.
Yeah, Tori Spelling as herself and supposed to be playing Sydney, who she said, I see myself cast as Tori Spelling in the first one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Full circle moment there. Guy from Titanic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
The warden guy.
Yeah, the guy who, when Leo gets locked up, he's like handcuffed to the like pole or something down on like a lower deck, and the dude who has to sit there and watch him, what's his name? David Warner is his name, IRL. So in that movie, which Titanic was 1997 as well.
Yeah.
Anyways, that guy, he's in this for like 2 seconds, but he's
the director of the play.
Oh, right,
which
yes.
was a very weird kind of thing, I guess, in that whole Scream 2 thing. I don't know. The play was weird. And yeah, we'll get to it when we get to number 3. That they in the movie.
Yes.
It's just a lot. My goodness.
Gail, aka Monica's head, was on Jennifer Aniston's body.
Which was funny. Yeah.
A little callback there. And when they're in the cop car and they have to crawl across the guy's body, the killer, Ghostface, is sitting in the front seat and he's like, knocked out, I guess. Both girls got out of the car.
Yeah.
I mean, it went crazy after that, but... And then my last note I have is Loomis. There's always a Loomis. And it's a crossover with the Halloween movies because we have Dr. Loomis, obviously.
And Mrs. Loomis.
And Mrs. Loomis, yeah.
And then we stopped writing comments because we started watching the movie.
Yeah, we started actually watching the movie.
Instead of like Googling constantly.
Yeah. But we did do a lot of Googling and there was a lot of cool tidbits. Anything you want to say about this since you are the super fan over here?
I love Timothy Olyphant. It's just... At this point, it's like, is there always going to be 2 killers? Is this going to be a thing?
Yeah, you're seeing a pattern now.
Dad?
Right?
Like, you didn't call your dad at all?
Where's your dad?
Dewey? Oh, yeah, and the giant limp because he was stabbed in the back. And then he was stabbed in the back again! But
I can't with his limp.
That whole scene I really love when Monica's trying to just stay out of Ghostface's view in the room with all the sound padding.
Yeah.
I love that scene. Yeah, and then he gets in, and then Cotton Weary, like...
Yeah. He's like, okay. And then she's like, give me the gun.
Okay.
Whatever. You do whatever Sidney Prescott wants.
Yeah. I like him.
Yeah, I like him too. He's weird but creepy.
And he's got...
the right vibe.
Yeah, he's got the little bit of jokes, which help move things along a bit.
What was the very last scene? How did it end?
Gail seeing Dewey alive again.
Yeah. Oh, and they had a makeout scene in this movie.
They did.
They weren't married yet in real life.
No.
I think that comes next time.
Yes.
We'll see about that. To be continued. Anyways, thanks for joining us again on our book club.
Our book club. We're on number 2. We've got some a lot more movies to go.
I hope you guys are enjoying it.
So I guess we're just going to start kind of going through the book.
This episode is brought to you by Spreaker, the platform responsible for a rapidly spreading condition known as podcast brain. Symptoms include buying microphones you don't need, explaining RSS feeds to confused relatives, and saying things like, "Sorry, I can't talk right now, I'm editing audio." If this sounds familiar, you're probably already a podcaster. The good news is Spreaker makes the whole process simple. You record your show, upload it once, and Spreaker distributes it everywhere people listen. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and about a dozen apps your cousin swears are the next big thing. Even better, Spreaker helps you monetize your show with ads, meaning your podcast might someday pay for, well, more microphones. Start your show today at Spreaker.com. Spreaker, because if you're going to talk to yourself for an hour, you might as well publish it.
First of all, we are going to share a picture of this book. So like we said before, this book is called 882 and a half Amazing Answers to Your Questions About the Titanic. And right off the bat, I looked at Sarah. I'm like, so why is there 882 and a half?
Yeah.
By the way, what is the half fact? We're going to have to find that out later. There's a little asterisk beside it, and at the bottom of the cover it says, why are there 882 and a half answers? Which I asked the question before I saw that. And when you open the book, you go right to the first page. And it says this: because the Titanic was 882 and a half feet long.
Yeah.
Who would have known? We should have known, but we didn't know.
I feel like, okay, this is the other part of things. So we actually went to the Titanic experience in Toronto.
Yes.
On separate weekends.
Yep.
I feel like I had actually...
10 days apart.
Yeah, 10 days apart. I feel like I had seen that
fact? I would have overlooked it. I don't remember, yes. But the exhibit was really cool. It was in Toronto, and when you walked in, they gave you a boarding pass, which was one of my favorite parts about it.
Yeah, I survived.
I have a boarding pass.
My person survived.
Jeremy and I's both died.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jackson.
I think they were third class, both of us.
Jackson and Lance's died, and then I said, I win! And Jackson got really annoyed with me, so never again.
Sorry, dude. But yeah, it was really cool because there was a piece of the actual Titanic that you could touch, and we got to touch it.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool, and there was lots of relics, like they would show parts of a bench or like plates.
The plates was really cool.
That was really cool because they had a picture of what it looked like
under
on
the water.
Seabed. Yeah, the way it was when they discovered it before they recovered it. So they had the big picture of that, and then like the artifact right in front of your face.
And it was literally laid out exactly the same.
It was so cool, and I think they had like 200 plus artifacts there.
Oh yeah, and they had the, I don't know, ballasts where they lower the lifeboats.
Yep.
They had one of those. Those are huge.
That was a real relic, that, eh? Like,
Yeah.
that was nuts. And, like, yeah, just the jewelry and glasses, plates.
The shoes, that was kind of,
Yeah. That was eerie. And clothing. And, like, they would recover suitcases and open them up, and they would have, you know, a lot of the time it was, like, a third class passenger's clothes, and they were like, folded up and neat and tidy just in the suitcase, submerged for decades. Like,
Yeah.
what a crazy, and it's crazy some of the things they've brought up. And I know there's tons of other exhibits all around the world. Like, this is just the one we went to in Toronto and what we saw there. But the things I saw, I'm like, how do they bring these up?
I know.
Like, how did they do it?
How did they not? Well, number one, that's a far way down.
Yeah.
Number two, I kind of in my head think, like, when you're bringing it up, can't it, like, just
What if it
disintegrate?
just drops?
Oh, yeah, and then now you got to go 3,000 feet down again?
Like it just drops. They're like, how do they? I mean, they show you like the equipment and the machines.
Oh,
and how
like the whole submarine. That thing was
Yeah.
huge.
It's just wild to think like that they were able to recover some of these. I'm like, in a perfect world, wouldn't it have been like the coolest thing ever to bring the entire Titanic back up?
Oh, yeah.
Like, is there not something massive enough? Like, we need aliens for this.
Yes.
We need them to come down.
Part
This
the
is one
sea
thing.
like Moses.
Yes, this is the one thing I want you to do. You either part the sea like Moses and build walls so we can walk down it and it can become like the Bay of Fundy, you know, when the tide's out or whatever, or you bring the entire thing up because it's falling, it's disintegrating, it's falling apart. Like, one day the Titanic won't exist there.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts? I mean, some things will probably always be there, but most of it won't be.
Jackson gets really upset about that, thinking about that.
Yeah.
That it won't be there. But
Someday it won't be.
we all got a little piece. I brought back a teacup that was like a replica of the...
That's cool.
And then Jackson got some coal.
Yeah, I have coal. I bought it. You can actually buy it on their website. I have coal from the 1997, I think it says, expedition where they went down. And I mean, coal was like the most of anything that's on board is coal. That's what then most of the ship it comprises of. And so it's just like a little piece of coal on top of a thingy in a case. And we got our picture taken. They recreated the grand staircase, which was my favorite part.
That was beautiful.
I made Jeremy stand at the bottom. I'm like, look up at the clock like Jack did. So he did.
Yeah, Lance didn't go anywhere near it. Me and Jack, we got a picture.
And it was really cool because they had a couple like hallways and rooms like recreated, so you could just like you'd walk in, you know those doors to the dining room? I love those doors with the ornate detail on. You'd walk down the hall and they had like music playing and you really did feel like you were in the Titanic.
Yeah, and when you're going down the hallway and it just felt like these are all the staterooms on the other side, and it's
It was. I wanted to like try and open a door. I'm like, the door's not going to go anywhere.
Everywhere we went, there were people trying to open those doors. I'm not not even kidding you.
Just in case.
And then they're like, take a picture of it as they're trying to open the door. We watched a lot of people do that too.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, it was a really cool experience. I'm glad we went. I definitely spent a chunk of change. And I got my brother, he's obsessed with Titanic too, and I got him a cool gift. His birthday's not yet, so I can't say any more than that. But yeah, anything else you want to say about the exhibit at all?
No, but I just realized that my son's name is Jack.
Oh my god. I never even...
Well, Jackson, but we call him Jack a lot.
Has he realized that? Probably not.
No, I don't. I think he knows more about the specifics of the Titanic, not so much the movie.
That's so funny that his name is Jack and he's obsessed with the Titanic.
Weird.
That's funny. Huh. Never thought of that. You'll have to tell him that. Has he seen the movie?
I think he's seen parts of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the car part. The
No.
steamy car. You didn't see that part?
No, but like he knows that song. You always.
Oh, yeah.
He knows the song that they're playing at the end of the movie as it's going down, and it's just my kid is so strange.
I just love it. It's awesome. Yeah. So
we'll just kind of keep going through the book and seeing what we've got, I guess.
Yeah, back to our book. Do you want to do
I'll read
another
this one.
fact for us?
Let's see. How long did it take the Titanic to sink? At approximately 11:40 p.m. on April 14th, 1912, the Titanic struck an iceberg. At 2:20 a.m. on April 15th, roughly 2 hours and 40 minutes later, the Titanic plunged to the bottom of the ocean. But what happened in those 160 minutes over 86 years ago has fascinated the world ever since.
86 years ago.
When this book was made. I don't even know when that is.
That's insane. Over 86 years ago. Yeah, when was this published, this book? Well,
it's definitely more than 86 years now.
We're
like at 100 and something.
Let's see exactly. So we're in 2026 minus 1912. 114 years ago. Wow. So I mean, when did we lose? I think like a handful of years ago we lost the last survivor, which would have been a baby at the time the Titanic sunk. Yeah. Right? And it's kind of crazy to think and did you see there's that interview of an older lady, I think she's in her 70s, and she was on one of the lifeboats and saw what happened. And this is an old interview from like the early 90s or something. And she was talking about how it sunk and what happened. And that's what they've discovered actually did happen. And they're like, well, duh, she was there. There is a cool interview online you can see. It's like, well, yeah, she was there. She actually saw what happened.
And I saw something actually, I must have been the other day, about how actually dark it was.
Yeah.
While the ship was sinking, and the people that were on the boats and the lifeboats looking back, and the lights have gone out on the ship at this point. They literally, this is middle of the night. I don't think there was much of a moon, because that's, again, why they couldn't see the iceberg.
Right.
So, absolutely freezing cold, dark.
Ominous, creepy, spooky, terrifying, the worst. I mean, I don't want to go on a cruise ever. I never have, ever since Titanic. Whatever we saw that movie, what year was that? In the early 90s? I was like, well, I won't be going on a cruise ship ever in my life.
97?
Mm-hmm.
97.
97? Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, same as the movie we just watched.
Yes.
Correct.
Let's see. I'll go to another one. Why did they name it the Titanic? The Titans, in Greek mythology, were a legendary race of giants. So the word Titanic means something huge.
Which is funny, because that ship's not even that big when you compare it to ships of today. Yeah.
It was also custom for White Star ships to have names ending in IC, like Baltic, Majestic, in contrast to Cunard's liners with their IA names, the Mauritania and the Lusitania.
And there was the Olympic and the Britannic. Those are the sister ships of Titanic.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Neat.
Ooh, when did they start building the Titanic? Work began on the Titanic on March 31st, 1909.
Oh my god, it didn't take very long for them to build it.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, it sunk, so maybe they should have spent more time figuring things out, just saying. Oh, how much did it cost to build the Titanic? Oh my, take a guess. What do you think?
$3 million.
That's laughable. The approximate total construction cost for building the Titanic was $7.5 million, about $123 million in today's money.
It's probably more than that now in today's money, because this book said 86 years.
Yeah, as of recording, as of this book's, yeah. That's insane.
Hey, I wasn't too far off.
That's true. Correct, yes. Oh my gosh. Was someone sealed inside the hull by accident?
What?
No.
Oh.
This is one of many myths about the Titanic. Another is that a shipyard worker painted, "We defy God to sink her" on the stern. I didn't even know those were rumors, but I guess they were just rumors. They wasn't real.
That's just not a smart thing to do, dude.
Maybe just don't. I don't know. Oh, what was the Titanic made of? The Titanic's hull was made of overlapping steel plates, 1 inch, which is 3 centimeters thick, fastened by over 3 million rivets, which we saw in the piece that...
This episode is brought to you by Spreaker, the platform responsible for a rapidly spreading condition known as podcast brain. Symptoms include buying microphones you don't need, explaining RSS feeds to confused relatives, and saying things like, "Sorry, I can't talk right now, I'm editing audio." If this sounds familiar, you're probably already a podcaster. The good news is Spreaker makes the whole process simple. You record your show, upload it once, and Spreaker distributes it everywhere people listen. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and about a dozen apps your cousin swears are the next big thing. Even better, Spreaker helps you monetize your show with ads, meaning your podcast might someday pay for, well, more microphones. Start your show today at Spreaker.com. Spreaker, because if you're going to talk to yourself for an hour, you might as well publish it.
we touched at the exhibit.
Yes, there
had
are rivets.
Yeah. Like, it always blows my mind, how do you build a ship and it, like, floats and stuff?
Oh, air pockets.
Like, it's just, it's
messed up that there could be people still in the ship while it's underwater sinking.
Yeah.
And you're just in the dark sinking along because you're in an air pocket somewhere.
That's insane. This will haunt me for the rest of my life, I swear. Who built the Titanic? Irish shipyard workers in Belfast. I knew that. I knew there's a crazy museum in Belfast. I would love to go.
My in-laws are going this May. Yeah.
Super jealous. I would love that. Over 15,000 people worked at Harland and Wolff. They began working at 7:50 a.m. and finished at 5:30 p.m. 5 days a week, plus a half day on Saturdays. They had a 10-minute mid-morning break and a half hour for lunch. They were given 2 days off at Christmas, 2 days at Easter, and a week of holidays in July, all without pay. Oh, wow.
Wow. Great.
Interesting.
White star line. Not
Yeah,
very
right?
nice.
I'm going to turn the lights on in here. Hey, Google, living room on. Did I turn anybody else's lights on at home?
My house is going off right now. Sorry, I can't understand you. Did they test drive the Titanic? Just like a new car, a ship has to be tested before it can carry passengers and cargo. On April 2nd, 1912...
That's my brother's birthday. Woo woo!
Oh.
Shout out!
Tugs pulled the Titanic out to sea and her engines were fired up. The crew practiced port, left, and starboard, right turns, stopping, turning a full circle, and running at different speeds. In all, her sea trials took less than a day. Again, maybe they should have practiced.
Maybe we've learned a lesson here. Also, little tip on how, because this took me forever to learn, because my family's like a boating family, and you always know there's port side and starboard. So to remember them, port is like left. 4 letters, right? L-E-F-T, port. Starboard is right. More letters in the word right. Starboard. That's how you remember it. Starboard's a longer word. Right's a longer word. Port's a shorter word. Left's a shorter word.
See, I totally went like star. The shape of a star has 5 points, which is right.
Ah!
Here I am doing the L and R.
And you can use your hands to figure out which is left and which is right.
I do that a lot.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Why was the Titanic carrying dragon's blood?
What?
Brown Brothers and Company shipped 76 cases of dragon's blood to the United States on the Titanic. Dragon's blood is the sap from a type of palm tree found in the Canary Islands.
I was gonna say, and what about the dragons?
Okay. It was used to color wood varnish and women's makeup.
Oh. That's kind of like, isn't that kind of like the green paint in the Victorian ages was like asbestos or something?
Got lead poisoning now.
Yeah. We've come a long way since then, I feel like. Or the uranium girls.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, never mind. Story for a future episode.
I guess so.
That says a bad omen. What's that?
Is it true that the Titanic nearly collided with another ship when it was leaving Southampton?
Oh my.
Yes.
Oh no.
As the Titanic moved down the narrow channel, it approached 2 ships, the Oceanic and the New York. moored together at the dock. The movement of the passing Titanic caused the New York to snap her mooring ropes and swing out toward the Titanic.
Oh, jeez.
As the Titanic's passengers watched in horror, the New York began to swing ever closer toward them. How close did the two ships come to colliding? Only about 4 feet.
Oh my god. They must have been pooping their panties, because when you're up there on the ship, it probably looks a lot closer than that. I mean, that's
there's a
close,
photo.
but there's a photo?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nothing. Yeah. Wow. And so I wonder if they would have collided, would Titanic would never have set sail.
And maybe,
None of this would have ever happened, maybe. Yeah. Or maybe it just would have happened a week later.
Well, yeah. Perfect storm, though, right?
Yeah.
Of the things that happened that night.
No kidding. That is a bad omen.
I would be like, all right, done.
Okay, well,
Not
and
going.
I'm taking that as a sign, and there we go. Since I love food, what was on the second-class breakfast menu? 12-year-old Ruth Becker's second-class menu was similar to the first-class one, but with fewer choices.
Okay. What's the
But
first class
that
one?
didn't answer my question.
Okay, so it just didn't feel like
But don't
right.
worry, it does as soon as you read down further. What
Okay.
was served for breakfast? So, third class. Oatmeal porridge, smoked herring, a small fish, jacket potatoes. What does that mean? What's that?
That's potatoes. That's like
Oh, that are
boiled. Not boiled.
like how Wendy's serves them.
Yeah.
So Wendy's potatoes, tripe. Do you know what tripe is? I've heard of this before. I feel like you will know.
It's like the stomach of like pigs or lambs or something.
This says part of a cow's or ox's stomach, and onions.
And you know how I know that?
Yeah.
The Simpsons.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say your husband Lance, who like hunts and stuff.
No, The Simpsons.
That's hilarious. I was never allowed to watch The Simpsons growing up.
Of course. And I was.
Yeah, of course.
It taught me to swear.
And Swedish bread and marmalade.
That doesn't sound good.
The next thing says, yuck. Did people really eat this stuff? People ate different foods back then than we do today. In past years, steerage passengers had to bring their own food for transatlantic voyages. So the third class on the Titanic probably considered themselves very lucky to be served this hearty food. Huh. Well, yeah, I guess it's better than bringing a brown bag in it and bringing your own lunch.
Are there refrigerators? I don't think so. So you got milk.
Interesting. There's other things that are down here, like breakfast for first class, and I just saw kidneys and bacon on there.
Yuck.
I would go with the fresh fruit and baked apples and several kinds of cereal instead.
Yeah.
Interesting. Scones, rolls, cornbread, mashed sautés and jacket potatoes, sirloin steak, and mutton chops.
Ooh, that doesn't sound.
I thought mutton chops was facial hair. What's mutton chops for real?
I don't know where my phone is.
I thought they were like the Hulk Hogan thing.
Well, I think that's what they. Okay, now we gotta figure that
What
out.
is a mutton chop?
Give me a second.
I've never even once questioned in my life where that comes from or anything.
Mutton chops. So, mutton chops are a distinctive facial hairstyle featuring prominent sideburns that grow wide and full along the cheeks, connecting to the jawline, while the chin and mustache areas are clean shaven, resembling a cut of meat from a sheep.
Ew.
Mutton is meat from a sheep over 2 years old. Ew. Has tougher flesh. In general, the darker the color, the older the animal.
I don't like that word, mutton.
Yeah.
I'm over that. That's gross.
So we're done with that.
Mutton? I ain't want nothing to do with that. Do you know what bum boats are?
No. What?
Bum Bum boats
We are children.
are are small boats used to carry provisions to ship anchored in a harbor. I thought that was called tender. I watch a lot of Below Deck, and they call it tender. In Queenstown, they carried sellers of Irish lace, china, and other souvenirs out to the Titanic. Bum boats? I'm sorry.
That sounds. I don't know. I don't know enough.
Once the Titanic was at a standstill, what did the tenders, America and Ireland, carry out to her? So, They're calling them tenders here. 113 third-class passengers, including many young Irish immigrants. 7 second-class passengers, piles of luggage, 1,385 sacks of mail.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a post ship.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it'd be like sending a postcard. You'd be like, from the Titanic.
Yeah, because it was RMS Titanic is Royal Mail Steamship or something like that.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I'm learning so much.
I think so.
Visiting press reporters and photographers and immigration officers. Cool.
I'm pretty sure Jackson told me that.
Wow.
That's it. Maiden voyage, April 10th. Out of service, April 15th.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wild. Do you know what room was the grandest of all on the Titanic?
Is it the Grand Staircase?
The first class lounge was decorated to look like a room from the Palace of Versailles. It had elaborately carved paneling and marble fireplace, which stood a classical statue called Artemis of Versailles. And you've got the Grand Staircase right there. And how grand was the Grand Staircase? This says very. The natural light that shone through, the wrought iron and glass dome reflected off the oak wall paneling, and the gilt of the elaborate stair railings. When I see this dome, all I can see is the woman floating in the water once the Titanic sunk in the movie, and she's floating up above, and you just see the dome, and you see her. That's all I picture when I see the dome. That's so crazy.
That is nuts. RMS Titanic, a Royal Mail ship. Yep, that's what they... RMS.
I never even knew what RMS meant.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Jackson taught me that.
Was there another grand staircase? Yes.
What?
I didn't know that. There was a more modest version of the staircase topped by a smaller glass dome further back in the ship.
Interesting.
I did not know that.
Neither did I.
Was there a ballroom? No. There was no organized dancing on the Titanic.
Oh, yeah, because the only dancing was down below, and that was illegal.
It was illegal. Yes. It was like Footloose.
This episode is brought to you by Spreaker, the platform responsible for a rapidly spreading condition known as podcast brain. Symptoms include buying microphones you don't need, explaining RSS feeds to confused relatives, and saying things like, "Sorry, I can't talk right now, I'm editing audio." If this sounds familiar, you're probably already a podcaster. The good news is Spreaker makes the whole process simple. You record your show, upload it once, and Spreaker distributes it everywhere people listen. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and about a dozen apps your cousin swears are the next big thing. Even better, Spreaker helps you monetize your show with ads, meaning your podcast might someday pay for, well, more microphones. Start your show today at Spreaker.com. Spreaker, because if you're going to talk to yourself for an hour, you might as well publish it.
Did people have premonitions about the Titanic?
Oh, I'm going to say yes.
Chief Officer Wilde wrote in a letter to his sister from the ship, "I still don't like this ship. I have a queer feeling about it." Survivor Eva Hart, who was 7 in 1912, later claimed that her mother sat up every night rather than go to sleep on the Titanic because she was afraid there would be an accident.
Ugh.
Some relatives of the Titanic passengers claim to have had feelings of doom about the ship and to have woken up at the time of the sinking with visions of people drowning.
Oh, God.
That's creepy.
Yeah. One dream like that, and I would never even... No.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it scared me.
How many miles did the Titanic cover on Friday, April 12th? 386 nautical miles, 715 kilometers since midday on Thursday.
That seems really slow.
Yeah. It's funny how, like, quote-unquote grand this ship was, but you've seen those pictures, right, online of, like, comparing it to other, like, cruise boats and, like, steamer ships and stuff now. Titanic's so puny.
I know. It's crazy to think.
How many on Saturday, April 13th? 519 nautical miles.
I thought they were, like, going super fast. Maybe that's fast. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe
that is fast.
Yeah.
Because it says nautical miles. Like, maybe things are totally different. I don't know how that works.
I barely know port and starboard, so...
Yeah. I mean, maybe we'll remember more now, but... Was it trying for a speed record? What does that mean? No, the Titanic was never as fast as a ship like the Mauritania. I can't say that word.
It was part of the Lusitania group.
Yeah, had top speed of 26 knots. But it may have been trying to surpass number of miles covered each day by the Olympic on its maiden voyage. I don't think it should have focused on that kind of stuff.
No, they really should have focused on spotting icebergs.
Yeah, and having enough lifeboats and not sinking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When did the Titanic first receive a warning of ice ahead? On Friday, April 12th, several eastbound ships sent messages congratulating Titanic on its maiden voyage. They also mentioned that the ice was in the sea lanes. Yeah, by the way, there's ice out there.
Like, obviously this was a big problem.
When we were at the exhibit, did you see those, like, they had the boards that had the different maydays that were made by other ships and warnings to Titanic, and they were, like, ignored.
Yeah. Also, there was a piece of, like, ice there. It obviously wasn't, like, the iceberg, but that was interesting.
But you could touch it to see how cold the iceberg was.
Yeah.
Oh,
cool. And you know what else was cool? The thing on the ground that was the shape of the lifeboat. So you could, like, stand in it and realize how flippin' small they were.
And, like, how many people they could fit. I mean, they would pack people in there like sardines if they could. I think only one was at capacity. The rest were all below capacity.
Oh, yeah. I think
like
there was one ship found much later. I feel like it was... Or ship. Lifeboat found much later. I feel like a month after. And there was only 3 people in it. And they were obviously dead. But
wow. That's crazy. And they had to use Morse code.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
All I know is SOS. Do you know SOS?
I don't. I bet you I could ask my son. He would know.
I think it's like beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. I think that's SOS, or it's the opposite. 3 lines, 3 dots, 3 lines. But I think it's 3 dots, 3 lines, 3 dots. It's something like that. That's all I know. And I'm not even sure about it. Okay. So I guess I don't really know it. How much did the wireless operators work on the ship make? How much did they earn a year? If we're talking about, well, the as of when this book was released, $255 a year. Or $127.50 a year.
And is that good or bad?
That's pretty bad, I think. I don't know.
Maybe that's why they were ignoring messages.
$255 a year? I don't know if at the time that's good or not. Interesting.
Maybe you guys could tell us. I'm sick of Googling.
How much did it cost to send a wireless message? Most messages cost $3 for the first 10 words and 35 cents for each additional one. This is like T9 and... texting back when Nokia phones came out and flip phones.
Get me after 9 p.m. where I have free time.
My gosh. I remember just thinking like I could just text like we do now, but then I realized it charged you like every message.
Yeah.
Or like every letter
and like
you sent.
15 cents a message.
Yeah, you couldn't just have conversations like you do now. Kids today don't know that.
Yeah, you guys, you had it good.
T9 was like Morse code.
It was like beep, 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 beep.
Yep.
Just to get like to R.
R. Yeah. Like you'd have to get, oh man.
I was really bad at T9.
Yeah, I was too. I could write like a few words. Like that's why we started going like, for the word R, we just put an R.
Yeah.
For like a U, it was just a letter U. You wouldn't spell the word out. That's why all these abbreviations existed. And LOL, because it took forever to write anything.
Laugh out loud.
Imagine you were writing laugh out loud.
Yeah.
That would take, well, that'd probably cost $6 and take 25 minutes.
I do remember Lance was really good with the T9 though. He
Really?
didn't even, like on a Razor phone.
So you guys started dating and you were in T9 world still?
I think that you could still set your phone to be like that.
That's insane.
But I remember he was so good that he didn't have to look at his phone.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, so he could have done Morse code. He
Yeah.
probably knows Morse code.
Oh, probably.
I feel like.
Weird.
We should get him one of those little do-do-do-do-do-do-do things.
Yes, exactly.
See, Lance, spell my name. We wouldn't know if he was right or not. Ooh, what's a growler? Ooh.
Sounds like it. I immediately went to like a ball, like baseball, and it being on the ground, like a ground ball. I know I'm incorrect.
Yeah, you are. Growlers are dark-colored slabs of ice that have broken away from the ice pack or from icebergs.
Oh.
Huh. So they just like sneak up on you?
That's scary.
Growlers.
That's the most ominous thing I think I've ever heard.
It made me feel icky, for sure.
Yeah, like I have a weird tight feeling in my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also thinking about like the hellhounds. I just went to supernatural world there for a minute.
Never mind. That just made me go to Gilmore Girls. And if you're a fan, you'll know what that means. Do you remember that scene? The hellhounds. He's like, I don't want the hellhounds to get me. Oh, how fast was the Titanic going on Sunday? 2 more boilers had been lit that morning. By late afternoon, the ship was traveling at around 22 knots, almost full speed. I'm trying to think, because I have that ship app on my phone. Oh, yeah. I like to track ships like in our area, because where we live, we see ships go by all the time. And sometimes I see them and they're just going like 9 or 10 knots. So really, I guess 22, 23 is kind of fast. Because when they go by, like, our harbor area, sometimes they're only going, like, maybe 11 knots. I think it's, like, the highest I've seen. going by that area, so
Crazy.
maybe that is kind of fast. I don't know.
Now, it's really cool, though, because those ships will go by, and my parents live kind of close to that area. And, like, if you're in the basement and a ship is going by, you can actually hear, like, the propeller.
Oh, no way.
And, like, the windows would vibrate.
That's like when a train goes by my house.
Yeah.
Except for it's much nicer hearing a ship.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like that we can hear, even where I live right here, we can hear the ships, like, blow their horns and stuff. It's really cool. I actually love living by the water. Oh, what did Captain Smith do with the Baltic's warning? Intending to show it to his officers later, Captain Smith took the Baltic's message down to lunch with him. On his way, he ran into J. Bruce Ismay and gave him the ice warning because he thought it might interest him. Just in passing. There's ice. I don't
Maybe
know.
you'll think this is cool.
I'm gonna go take a nap, and you check this out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Could have saved.
This episode is brought to you by Spreaker, the platform responsible for a rapidly spreading condition known as podcast brain. Symptoms include buying microphones you don't need, explaining RSS feeds to confused relatives, and saying things like, "Sorry, I can't talk right now, I'm editing audio." If this sounds familiar, you're probably already a podcaster. The good news is Spreaker makes the whole process simple. You record your show, upload it once, and Spreaker distributes it everywhere people listen. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and about a dozen apps your cousin swears are the next big thing. Even better, Spreaker helps you monetize your show with ads, meaning your podcast might someday pay for, well, more microphones. Start your show today at Spreaker.com. Spreaker, because if you're going to talk to yourself for an hour, you might as well publish it.
1,500 people.
And what did Ismay do with the telegram? Late that afternoon, Ismay came across two wealthy Philadelphia ladies, Emily Ryerson and Marion Thayer, who were there watching the sunset from the deck chairs. "We are in among the icebergs," he announced, pulling the telegram out of his pocket. He didn't seem at all worried and told the women that the ship would probably reach New York ahead of schedule.
Iceberg, right ahead. When did the lookout see the iceberg? At 11:39 p.m. Why didn't the lookouts see the iceberg sooner? It was a cold, clear night, and the sea was calm. This meant that there were no waves to make a white ring of foam as they broke around the iceberg's base. There was no moon to reflect off the berg, and the lookouts had to rely on their own eyesight because binoculars had been left in Southampton.
I heard that, so that's true. I have heard that. I told Jeremy that. I was like, they left the guy in the crow's nest who's supposed to have his binoculars just left him, and Jeremy's like, and there wasn't any other pair he could have grabbed or anything? Like, isn't that kind of important?
Especially when they've had a million warnings about
Yeah,
it.
turns out it is important. Yeah.
So, what happened when they saw the iceberg? Lookout Frederick Fleet rang the warning bell 3 times and telephoned to the bridge. Iceberg right ahead.
Iceberg right ahead!
That was pretty good. So, I had actually originally had this story in my bank, so I thought this would be a good time to bring this up. The lookout who never stopped watching. Frederick Fleet wasn't famous when he boarded the RMS Titanic. He was just another seaman from Liverpool, 25 years old, soft-spoken, practical, the kind of man who spent most of his life watching the horizon. He'd grown up hard, orphaned young, raised in institutions and foster homes. He went to sea as a teenager. He worked the lookout posts on ships for years before April 1912. By then, he was used to cold nights and long watches.
Okay, we just had to take a little break because we had to watch Green Day perform at the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I think there was a lot of bleeping, and I think they had a very stern talking to before.
They just performed and got bleeped a couple times, I guess.
Yeah.
F-bomb and whatever, but yeah. We sang along and we danced. It was a cool little palate cleanser, I guess.
Yep.
Anyways.
Okay, off we go again. On the night of April 14th, 1912, Fleet climbed into the crow's nest with his partner, Reginald Lee, at 10 p.m. The North Atlantic was unusually calm. No moon, no wind, just glassy water that reflected the starlight like black ice. It was beautiful and deadly. Sailors called it a bad sea for sighting ice. With no waves breaking against the base of the bergs, they were nearly invisible. Fleet and Lee were supposed to have binoculars, but the officer who held the key to the locker back in Southampton had accidentally sailed without handing it over. So they stood there 60 feet above the deck, scanning an endless black sea with bare eyes. Then, at 11:39 p.m., Fleet saw it. Something pale, straight ahead. Not a shimmer, not a cloud, but a solid shape rising out of the dark. He struck the bell 3 times. The signal for danger, and picked up the phone to the bridge, Iceberg, right ahead. The order came back almost instantly, hard to starboard. Fleet felt the ship shudder as it turned, then a low scraping vibration that ran beneath his boots. The Iceberg brushed the hull, cutting deep beneath the waterline. Fleet stayed at his post until he was told to help man the lifeboats. He was assigned to lifeboat number 6 alongside quartermaster Robert Hitchens and socialite Margaret Molly Brown.
The unsinkable Molly Brown.
Fleet rode for hours through the freezing dark, listening to the cries of people on the water fade to silence. He later said it was the worst sound he'd ever heard, and worse than that was the silence that followed. When the Carpathia arrived at dawn, Fleet was alive, but he never escaped that night. He continued to work at sea, on liners, cargo ships, and ferries. He never stayed anywhere very long. He was quiet, withdrawn, a man with the sea still sitting heavy on his shoulders.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right? When the official inquiries began, Fleet testified calmly. He answered questions about the binoculars, the weather, the iceberg. Someone asked if binoculars would have made a difference. He said simply, yes, we might have seen it sooner. Fleet married a woman named Eva, but happiness didn't stick. They lived with her family in Southampton, where he worked as a shipyard laborer and dock watchman. Money was always tight. When Eva died in 1964, the family relationship soured fast. On December 10th, 1965, just weeks before Christmas, Frederick Fleet was evicted from his home by his in-laws. He had nowhere to go. Neighbors later said he seemed quiet that day. Calm, polite, as if nothing was wrong.
Oh.
Do you know where this is heading?
Yeah, I have a feeling.
That night, he went into the garden shed and hanged himself. He was 77 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Fleet was buried in a pauper's grave in Hollybrook Cemetery, unmarked and unnamed.
Is that what pauper's grave means?
Yeah.
Okay.
The man who first saw the iceberg that doomed the Titanic was laid to rest without even a headstone. For 30 years, no one realized he was there.
Oh.
I know, right? In the late 1990s, Titanic historians and the Titanic Historical Society raised funds for a proper marker. It stands now in Southampton. Frederick Fleet, Titanic Lookout, Iceberg, right ahead.
Oh, I just got chills.
Whew. People still leave flowers and sometimes a small brass bell. Locals say the air around that corner of the cemetery feels colder, just for a few seconds, like a gust of sea air from far away. And if you visit late at night, when the wind moves through the trees, you can almost hear it. 3 slow rings.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
I just thought I'd throw that in there with our.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know the ending.
Well, I think in the movie, he shoots himself in the head on the ship,
Oh my gosh.
which seems much more cinematic than a 77-year-old man.
Yeah, we weren't going. That movie was already 3 hours long. They weren't going to go that far past the sinking.
Yeah.
Although, hey, wouldn't that be a cool movie idea? Has that been done? Where like the aftermath of Titanic, what happened with everybody, and I mean they skipped ahead to Rose. It's been 84 years, that kind of thing. But
It's been 84 years.
I love those memes on the internet where it's like, it's been 84 years, and it's like someone didn't reply to a text or something. That would be a cool movie, though. Like, way aftermath of the Titanic. Like, that'd be interesting.
All right, ghouls, that's it for episode 10 of Ghoul Talk Open Late. Thank you for climbing aboard with us tonight for Titanic Facts. We hope you learned something, felt something, and maybe spiraled just a tiny bit.
And honestly, this might become a recurring thing, because this book has endless Titanic lore, and we have absolutely no restraint. None. Zero restraint. And don't forget, if you have a listener submission for buried secrets, ghosted again, paranormal encounters, creepy coincidences, send it our way at gtopenlate@gmail.com.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram for more spooky ramblings, dark humor, and whatever strange little hyperfixation we crawl into next.
Until then, take care of yourselves, and please exit the podcast through the lifeboats in an orderly fashion.
Good night, ghouls.
And seriously, thank you for 10 episodes of letting us be like this. We'll see you next time.
Got a creepy, funny, or downright ridiculous story of your own? Send it our way. We love sharing listener tales. And remember, we can keep names anonymous if you like. Drop your story to gtopenlate@gmail.com and you might just hear it on Ghoul Talk Open Late.